In the last video, we discussed about the dot product or called as the scalar product of two vectors, and the result is a scalar quantity, that's why it also called as a scalar product. Next, the other product is the vector product, or that is called as the cross product. The second one is the cross product, or that is also called as the vector product of two vectors. We will discuss about the cross product or vector product of two vectors. Already we discussed that if there is a dot symbol between the two vectors, A and B, then it is called dot product. If there is a cross symbol in between the two vectors, then it is called as the cross product. And this cross product is also called as vector product because the result is a vector. Another vector. So if it is another vector, then this vector has a magnitude and also it has a direction. So when you do the cross product of two vectors, you will get a new vector which has magnitude and also direction. So now let me write what this cross product and what is this vector C, what is its magnitude and direction. So if you go for the definition of this cross product or the vector product, what is that? The cross product of two vectors, is a vector. The cross product of two vectors is a vector whose magnitude, if it is a vector, then it has magnitude. So whose magnitude is equal to the product of magnitudes of the two vectors, product of magnitude of the two given vectors, product of magnitudes of the two given vectors multiplied by it is multiplied, right? Multiplied by sine, means sine theta, multiplied by sine of smaller angle between the two vectors, okay, or smaller angle between the two given vectors. So the cross product of two vectors is a vector. So let me show you. Let these are the vector A and B are given like this. Suppose this is the vector A and this is the vector B. I have the two vectors A and B. And if I do the cross product of these two vectors, the cross product of two vectors is a vector. So I can write this, if A and B are the two vectors, then A with a cross B. So we will read this as A cross B is equal to, is a vector, let that vector is C. Is a vector whose magnitude is equal to the product of the magnitude of the two given vectors multiplied by sine of smaller angle between them. So this is equal to, it is a vector, first write its magnitude magnitude of A, magnitude of B, product of the magnitude of the two given vectors multiplied by sine of smaller angle. So this angle is smaller between them, so this is theta, so this is sine theta. This is magnitude part. Then what about its direction? So let me write the direction part here at the same. Let me add. So it is A cross B is equal to C, that is equal to AB sine theta. Now go for the direction part, and the direction of, let me add here the direction part. The direction is, because this is a vector, it has magnitude and also direction. The direction is perpendicular, symbol is a perpendicular, is perpendicular to the plane containing, perpendicular to the plane containing the two vectors, perpendicular to the plane containing the two vectors. So here, in what plane the two vectors are there? These two vectors are on this board plane. In this board plane, I have drawn these two vectors, and the cross product of these two vectors A cross B is equal to a vector, its magnitude is this much, and the direction is perpendicular to the plane containing the two vectors. Then what about the direction? The direction is perpendicular to this plane containing A and B. Means on this plane, imagine a plane perpendicular to this one. So this is a vector which is perpendicular to this plane, So C means is a vector, its direction is perpendicular to the plane. Now there are two things comes. If this is the perpendicular to the plane containing the two vectors, the direction is perpendicular to the plane containing the two vectors, then this one, if A cross B, A and B are on this plane, one can say perpendicular upward, one can say perpendicular downward. This is also perpendicular. So the vector can be shown perpendicular upward. It is on this plane. It is not on this plane. To show you, I have drawn this one. This is your C. One can take upward or one can take downward. So the case is the upward or downward. The upward or downward is shown or can be determined. The sense of upward or downward, can be determined by a rule that is called as the right hand thumb rule or right hand screw rule, that we will discuss. So I can write A cross B is equal to C, that is equal to AB sine theta. Now it is the magnitude part. To give it direction, what I have to do? So to give the direction, so C is along this direction. The magnitude of C is AB sine theta. Let us consider a unit vector along this direction, that is your suppose n cap. If I multiply the unit vector n cap, this n cap is a unit vector and its magnitude is 1, so it does not change the magnitude of C, but it gives direction to C. That's why you multiplied this n cap. So n cap is a unit vector. N cap is a unit vector which gives the direction of C. So I can say n cap is a unit vector perpendicular to the plane, containing A and B, vector A and vector B. So this is the cross product. This is my cross product for two vectors. Now, if I will ask you the same question, in this part, upward or downward, that we will discuss later. I will discuss about the rule. And in this same part, what is about this n cap? So if you show this n cap, this is about the definition of cross product. Now we go to the n cap. So if I will ask you, write a unit vector perpendicular to the plane containing A and B. Write a unit vector perpendicular to the plane containing A and B. So what you have to do? This n cap is a unit vector perpendicular to the plane A and B. That is the case. So in that case, we can write this as n cap is equal to, from here, A cross B, the cross product two vectors divided by AB sin theta. So what is this AB sin theta? This is the magnitude of A cross B. A cross B is a vector, C vector, and the C vector is a magnitude AB sin theta. So this can be written as n cap equal to A cross B divided by modulus of A cross B. This gives you what? The magnitude of A cross B. So this is a question also, that write a unit vector perpendicular to the plane having A and B, two vectors A and B. So this is the case. And remember, this is consists of magnitude consists of AB, magnitudes of A and B, and sine of smaller angle between them. So this is about the what? The cross product two vectors. Then this is the cross product for two vectors. Now you come to the sense of direction. C is a vector perpendicular to the plane containing A and B. That is clear. Whether it is upward or downward, that can be known by right hand screw rule and right hand thumb rule. So we can say that the direction of C can be determined by one right hand thumb rule, What is right hand thumb rule? So now if you find the direction of A cross B, let us do the same thing. Suppose this is the plane, let me consider this is a plane. This is the plane. On this plane, I have the two vectors A and B. I have the two vectors A and B. A and B are the two vectors on this plane, and the smaller angle between them is theta. Now use the right hand thumb rule to know about C. So as you know, C, if you do A cross B, then it is equal to C, that is equal to AB sin theta n cap. Whether this n cap is upward or downward, that is our point, and that can be known by right hand thumb rule. What this rule says, call the fingers of right hand, call the fingers of right hand from A to B. If you are finding A cross B, call the fingers of right hand from A to B. Then from A vector to B vector, then the direction of the erect thumb, erect thumb will point in the direction of A cross B, if you are doing A cross B. So what the difference here you see? What is the difference here? Now you find here. So in this case, if I am doing A cross B, that equal to AB sin theta, that is clear, and n cap, that is the unit vector perpendicular to the plane containing A and B. So you have a vector which is perpendicular to this plane. So in this plane, your two vectors are there. This is the plane, I have shown this is the plane where these two vectors A and B are there. So C is a vector, or along the direction of C your n cap is that. So we can say C or the n cap direction both are same. So the C vector is perpendicular to this plane, and whether it is upward or downward, we use this right hand thumb rule. So call the fingers of right hand. So this is my right hand. Now I will call the fingers of the right hand from A to B because I am doing A cross B. Remember, this is very important. Because I am doing A cross B, so I will call the fingers of my right hand. Now like this, let me place like this. My right hand fingers are. Now I call the fingers of right hand from A to B. Means theta is traverse in this direction. In anti-clockwise. Theta is traversing in anti-clockwise because you are doing A cross B. So when you do A cross B, the direction of the erect thumb, this is the thumb, the direction of the erect thumb, this one, this direction of erect thumb will give the direction of A cross B. So in this case, this A cross B direction is like this, perpendicular upward. So I will show this as the A cross B. A cross B. Suppose in the same case, if I will find B cross A. B cross A. Suppose in the same case, I will find B cross A. Means if I do that B cross A in the same case, using this one. So magnitude does not change. B cross A means magnitude of B, magnitude of A. So there is no problem. You can write BA sin theta. Both are same because they are scalars. But what about this n cap? Now you see this n cap part, whether it is perpendicular upward or downward. So in the same figure, if I do B cross A, so now you do the B cross A. So B cross A means you call the fingers from B to A because B is first. So call the fingers from B to A. So B to A means you have to move like this. B to A in clockwise direction. So call the fingers in clockwise direction like this. B to A. So this is the direction of thumb. Thumb is perpendicular inward. So it is the perpendicular outward, perpendicular outward, perpendicular outward. It is always perpendicular to the plane. But outward or inward, that can be ruled by this one. Or this is perpendicular. This one is perpendicular inward. We can show perpendicular outward. This one is perpendicular inward. So n cap is along this direction means B cross A. I will show like this. So this will give you B cross A. That is perpendicular inward. So now what you are finding here? So I will write this as a minus n cap. Minus n cap. Unit vector along this direction, a unit vector opposite to that. So there is a minus sign. It changes the direction. So here what are you finding here? A cross B is not equal to B cross A. Magnitude is same, but they are of opposite direction. One is perpendicular outward, other one is perpendicular inward. Is that clear? Is that clear about right hand thumb rule? Then the other rule you can use the right hand screw rule. So the other one is the right hand screw rule. So in this part, do the same thing is that both are the same, both will give you the result. Which one is convenient, you do that one. So if you want, I will show this one also, the right hand screw rule. What this? If a right-handed screw is placed, if a right-handed screw is placed, right, in what? Over the plane containing A and B, vector A and vector B. Place a right-handed screw, means pick the screw in your right hand and place that on the plane having A and B, right? Then in the plane A and B. Then end is turned and containing A and B and is turned. Now rotate that and is turned. And it is turned in what direction? Then the turn from A to B, because you are finding A cross B, and turn it from A to B through the small angle, through the small angle theta, turn from place a screw like this. Suppose this is the screw, this is the tip of the screw, this is the head of the screw, right? Head of the screw. Place that on this plane containing A and B like this. Clear? So right-handed screw, pick that in the right hand and place here. Is placed over the plane containing A and B and is turned from A to B because you are finding A cross B. If you turn like this from A to B, means this is the screw, right? So if this is the screw is placed like that, then if the screw is rotated from A to B because you are finding A cross B, if you are finding A cross B, then turn from A to B. Then the direction of advancement, then the direction of advancement of what? Which one will advance? The direction of advancement of the screw. Screw will advance. Now if you rotate, the screw will rotate. The screw will advance. The move inward or move outward. The screw may, if you rotate, place the screw, and if you rotate, it go inside or go outside. So then the direction of the advancement of the screw gives the direction of A cross B or your N cap. A cross B or N cap or C, all are same direction. Clear? So here, if you do this same procedure like that, then pick that in the right hand. Suppose you are finding A cross B. Now if you rotate the screw like this, now you rotate the screw like this, you are rotating with your right hand. Now if your screw is rotated like this, then what about the tip? The tip will be what? If you are finding A cross B, the tip advance in what? In this direction. So it is a perpendicular outward edge in your right hand thumb rule. So if you rotate like this, the screw will come outward. If you rotate B cross A, if the screw is rotated from B to A, when you are doing B cross A, B to A, it is the tip will go inward. The tip of the screw will go inward. So it is same as that of right hand screw rule and right hand thumb rule. Is that clear? So now we will go for this some of the examples. What the examples here? When you are doing the cross product, it is giving you a vector. That vector is perpendicular to that plane. So the example is angular momentum. One of the example is angular momentum. Angular momentum, that is taken as L. That L is equal to R, that is the position vector, into the linear momentum. Cross product of R and P is a new vector, that is the angular momentum. R is the position vector, and P is the linear momentum. This case comes in your rotational motion. Similarly, torque is a vector tau. The torque comes from position vector into force. The simple example means it has a, if you doing R cross F means when you open the cap, here you see there are two vectors A and B. You are applying these two vectors in which plane? On this plane. If you apply these two vectors in this plane like this, one vector this direction, if you rotate like this, then the cap goes up or goes down. The cap goes up or goes down, or the cap looses or the cap tight. So that is the torque. The torque brings the cap, means you are not applying any force like this or like this, but you are doing that, your product, cross product, A cross B. Now you are getting R cross F. R cross F gives you torque, and the torque is plane containing this R and F, and RF is in this plane, R and F is in this plane, and your torque is upward or torque is downward according to the direction. Okay. Now, so this is about the example of cross product or vector product. Now we will go for the some of the properties of cross product or vector product of two vectors. Let me erase this one. Now come to the properties of cross product or vector product of two vectors. Now the first property already we have discussed that cross product is not commutative, means it does not follow the commutative law. Is not commutative. Why? In this discussion, in the last discussion we have shown that A cross B and B cross A, they are opposite direction but magnitude is same. So we can write this as cross product A cross B, if someone will write, that is not equal to B cross A. Not equal to B cross A. Why? In this case we have shown that if A and B are the two vectors in this plane, A vector and B vector, then if A cross is perpendicular upward, A cross B, now call the fingers from this direction theta. So this is your A cross B, the thumb gives you the direction of A cross B. But when you do B cross A, then call your fingers from B to A, so like this. So this is on perpendicular to this plane. Both are in the opposite direction. So this is equal to B cross A. Yes, magnitude is same, but direction is opposite. So we can write, but A cross B more, that is the magnitude of A cross B, is equal to magnitude of B cross A. Magnitude of B cross A. What is that one? That one you can write this as AB sine theta or BA sine theta. That is true, right? And but A cross B and B cross A, what the angle between this A cross B and B cross A? Angle between, from here we know that angle between A cross B and B cross A is 180 degree or pi radian, degree and radian, pi radian, isn't it? Pi radian. So how we can write this as? Because A cross B is equal to AB sine theta and cap perpendicular upward. B cross A, AB sine theta minus and cap perpendicular. B cross A perpendicular inward. Right? So we can write this is equal to, take this minus of AB sine theta and cap. So what is this one? Minus AB sine theta and cap. Minus minus, so I can write B cross A is equal to minus AB sine theta and cap. What this part? This is your A cross B. So minus of A cross B. Minus of A cross B. So B cross A is equal to minus of A cross B. What this minus sign? They are opposite direction. They are opposite side direction. Negative vector, same magnitude, opposite direction. So A cross B and B cross E is not commutative. Is that clear? Then go to the cross product. Cross product is, next let me erase this one, second application or second property. The cross product is distributive over addition of vectors. Over addition of vectors. This is the second one. Second up. Cross product is distributive over addition of vectors. This is same as in your dot product. It means what it says? Now let us take A vector cross the addition of vectors B, C, D like that and so on. Let me consider three vectors. These are addition of vectors and A is cross. So it is distributed to each one. So I can write this as it is distributive A cross B. But remember, don't write B cross A cross B. Then that is very important. A cross C. But in the dot product, you are free to write. You can write A dot B or B dot A dot A B plus C plus D, A dot B or B dot A, both are same thing because they are commutative, but this is not commutative. Then next is A cross D. The cross product is distributive. Okay. Next we will go for the third one. The cross product two parallel vectors. What is the cross product of two parallel vectors? What it gives you? The cross product of two parallel vectors. First we will find. So let us consider two parallel A cross B. And if they are parallel, then theta is equal to 0 degree. As you know, theta is equal to 0 degree. So what you will get here? A cross B means magnitude of A, magnitude of B, sine of smaller angle. Suppose theta is the angle between A and B. So here theta is how much? 0. So here I will write 0. And n cap. What is sine 0? Sine 0 is 0. 0 into n cap multiplied. So this is called as a null vector. It is a null vector. Result is a vector. It is a null vector. Or sometimes we can write this as or we can show this as a 0 also. We can say this is a 0. Okay. So null vector or the magnitude form you can say that 0 vector. But in true sense, if you take the mode, then you will get 0. Okay. Then you will get 0. So you can write like it, or you can write this as A cross B mode is equal to 0. So the magnitude of cross product two vectors is 0. But cross product two parallel vectors is a null vector. Or simply we can say that as a 0 also. It is not wrong. You can say also 0. Clear? Then next we will be go for the other one is the cross product of two. Suppose I will find the cross product two vectors, equal vectors. Cross product of two equal vectors. Cross product two equal vectors. What is the cross product two equal vectors? Equal vectors means what? Both are same magnitude and same direction. So A cross A. Think that A cross A. A is in this direction and also this vector A is also in the same direction. Both are same magnitude and same direction. So in this case, if you do this, both are same thing. But here the magnitude may or may not, in parallel case, magnitude may or may not same. But when you do the equal vectors, theta is equal to obviously 0. So if you do A cross A, then this is equal to, what you will write? A magnitude of A sine 0 and cap, sine 0 degree and cap. So this is equal to again a null vector, or you can say that is also 0. That is also 0. So this gives you a condition that the cross product of two vectors is 0. The cross product of two vectors is 0. They may be parallel or equal vectors. They may be parallel or equal vectors. This gives you a conclusion. Clear? Then we will go for the cross product of two perpendicular vectors. Fifth one, cross product of two perpendicular vectors. Now we will go for the cross product of fifth one, cross product of two perpendicular vectors. Means theta is equal to 90. Angle between them is 90. Here we will find what is the cross product. So the cross product two perpendicular vectors, the angle between them is 90. So I will write A cross B, magnitude of A, magnitude of B, sine 90 and cap. What is sine 90? 1. So this is equal to AB and cap. That is your A cross B. Means product of magnitude of the two vectors and a unit vector perpendicular to the plane containing A and B. This is the magnitude part, this is the direction part. If I will ask you what is the magnitude of this one, perpendicular vectors, if you do the cross product two perpendicular vectors, and what is its magnitude? Magnitude equals simply AB, product of the magnitude of the two vectors. After knowing this, now we will go for the, now we will play with the orthogonal unit vectors I cap, j cap, k cap. Now I will do the cross product I and I, j and j, k and k, k cap and k cap, or I j, j k, like that. So after knowing this one, these are simply behave like a vector. So sixth point, I can go for the sixth one as the sixth one. Now let us go for the sixth one. Cross product of rectangular unit vector, so that is also called orthogonal or rectangular unit vectors. Now we go for the cross product to orthogonal unit vectors or rectangular unit vectors. So as you know, I cap. So now I will show this one. Suppose this is my x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. This is the z-axis. I cap is a unit vector along x-axis, j cap is a unit vector along y-axis, k cap is a unit vector along z-axis, and they are mutually perpendicular. Magnitude is 1 unit. So when you do the cross product, now first I will do I cap cross I cap. When you do this I cap cross I cap, use the same formula that the cross product two vectors is equal to a vector whose magnitude is magnitude of I cap 1 unit vector, magnitude of I cap multiplied with 1, both are 1 and 1, into sine of angle between I and I. What is the angle between I and I? That is 0 degree. And your n cap. What is n cap? N cap is a unit vector perpendicular to the plane containing I and I. I and I is in this plane, in this bore plane. On this bore plane, I and I means in this xy plane, and z is in perpendicular to this plane. Z axis is perpendicular to this xy plane. So I and I are in the plane. So in this case, what is sine 0 first? Sine 0 is 0. So this will give you 0 into n cap. So this I can write as a null vector, or we can write simply 0. The result is 0. So I cross I is 0. Then similarly j cross j, again 0. Similarly k cross k is equal to 0. So what the conclusion here? The cross product of two same orthogonal or equal orthogonal unit vectors is 0. The cross product two same or two equal orthogonal unit vectors is 0. Is that clear? Now we will go for the other part. The other part is that when I will multiply, I will take the cross product between 2 I cross j, j cross k, k cross I, like that. So let us first find out I cap cross j cap. This is equal to the same thing. Magnitude of I 1 I cap, magnitude of j cap 1 into sine of angle between I and j 90. I and j is orthogonal, so they are rectangular, so they are perpendicular. Sine 90 n cap. What is n cap? Perpendicular to the plane containing I and j. I and j cap. I and j cap in xy plane. As we know, z axis is perpendicular to x and y plane, like that. If this is my plane x and y, then this is the z. So z is perpendicular to this plane. So obviously, when we are doing I cross I, what about the sense? Use the right hand thumb rule. So when you do this one, I cross j. So I to j, when I am moving from all my fingers of right hand from I to j. So I call my fingers from I to j. Then the thumb, erected thumb gives the direction of n cap. So in this case, it is perpendicular upward. What is in perpendicular upward? K cap. K cap is perpendicular upward. So can we write this as equal to sine 90 is 1, 1, 1, 1 multiplied. So this is 1 into K cap. So simply we can write this as K cap. So I cross j is equal to K cap. Clear? Similarly, you can do that. J cap cross K cap. J cap cross K cap. This is equal to, we will get I cap. Next is K cap cross I cap, that equal to J cap. So I cross J, K cap, J cross K, I cap, K cross I, J cap. Clear? In that same case, in that same part, let me write here I cross J is equal to K cap. Clear? We got the result as this one. So means we will multiply two different rectangular components, we are getting the other one. As you know, the cross product is not commutative, so it means I cross j is K cap, but J cross I is not K cap, something different. What that something different? As you know, when you go to the commutative in the discussion of the vector cross product does not obey the law of commutative or commutative law. In that case, we discussed that A cross B is equal to minus of B cross A. Minus of B cross A. Similarly, according to the same rule, I can write I cap cross J cap. That will give me a K cap with minus. Means it is perpendicular inward. Do that as J cross I. Right? So when you do this J cross I, call your fingers from J to I, it is perpendicular. J cap cross I cap, this is equal to minus K cap. Right? I cross J, J cross I. Similarly, you can do this one. K cross J, just opposite, is equal to what I will get? Minus I cap. Similarly, I cap cross K cap, what I will get? Minus J cap. So how to remember this? To remember this, there is a simple logic or a rule I will use. That simple logic is that, to remember that. So this is a rule, we can say this is a rule like that. You draw a circle round, write the I cap like your marks on your watch. Marks on your watch. I cap, J cap, K cap. I have written that in a anti-clockwise from x to, generally moving from x to z, so I am writing in anti-clockwise. If I go anti-clockwise, then I will write positive. I will explain this one. If I will go clockwise, then it is a negative. Then it is a negative. Now understand this thing. When I do I cross j, I am moving in what direction? Anti-clockwise. I am moving in anti-clockwise. Clockwise means I am moving this direction, that is clockwise. As you know, in what direction your clock, the hands of your clock moves. So this is anti-clockwise. So I cross j, when you do this I cross j, you are getting K cap. The other vector, the other unit vector, but plus or minus, that gives you this rule. Anti-clockwise positive, clockwise negative. J cross I means I am moving in what direction? Clockwise. So J cross I means the other one is K cap with negative, because clockwise gives me negative. That is the rule. Clear? Is that clear? Now, after this, we will go for the cross product of two vectors in terms of rectangular components. Okay, let me erase this one. Okay, students, now come to the last property. You can say that it is the last property. So I think it is fifth or something. So you can put a number. Cross product of two vectors in rectangular components means the vector is given me in rectangular component form. So let A is the vector is ax I cap, ay j cap, az k cap. Already you know that it is the component of a vector along x-axis, ayj cap is along y-axis, az k cap is along z-axis, and b is the vector. In component form it is given bx I cap, by j cap plus bz k cap. So that is the point. Means I will do the in rectangular component form. So when I will do a cross b. A cross b means do the same logic like that. Let me write ax I cap plus ay j cap plus az k cap. Then this is the vector. Then very important, you have to put the cross symbol. You have to put the cross symbol. Otherwise, if you write like this without any symbol, it has no meaning. You should put a dot or cross. As we are discussing cross, so I am putting the cross symbol because I am doing a cross b. Then write bx I cap plus by j cap plus bz k cap. Okay. Now you do the cross product. Multiply each term with each one of the b. So this I can write is equal to, this can be written as ax I cap cross bx I cap. So magnitude has no difference. I can write ax bx or you can write bx x. These are the magnitude part. But remember, I cap is a vector, is a unit vector. So it should be written in the sequence I cap cross I cap. That is most important. It is not the I cap the equal vector, so there is no problem. But when we are doing the other parts, it should be, remember which one multiply with which one, because a cross b is not equal to b cross a. That is the important point. Plus multiply with the second one ax by I cap cross j cap. I cap cross j cap because I cap comes first, then j cap, plus ax bz I cap cross k cap. Clear? Next, plus do the second part, ay multiply ay j cap multiply with each one, ay bx j cap cross I cap plus ay by j cap cross j cap plus ay bz j cap cross k cap. Clear? Then third one, az k cap multiplied az bx k cap cross I cap plus az by k cap cross j cap plus az bz k cap cross k cap. Clear, students? Is that clear? So you can do the basis like that. So let me erase this part. Okay, let me write here, start from here, the next. As we know that the cross product of two equal vectors is 0. So I cross I is 0. I will not do anything with this one. 0 multiplied with this, yes, it is a null vector that we can write as a 0. Then similarly here j cap is 0 and k cap cross k cap is 0. Now go to the rule I cross j cross k, I cross k to know this one. Do the same thing. I cap, j cap, k cap. This anti-clockwise positive, clockwise negative, right? Anti-clockwise positive, clockwise negative. Now you do this one. A cross B is equal to, this is 0, ax by I cross j anti-clockwise, so k cap. Now it is plus x bz I cross k what? Clockwise, so this is minus j cap. Clear? Then plus ay bx AY BX, J cross I, clockwise. Clockwise means in this direction, negative. So J cross I means minus K cap. Minus K cap. Then plus this term. AY BZ, J cross K means in anti-clockwise, J cross K, this direction, so it is positive, so I cap is a positive. Then plus AZBX, K cross I, what? This positive, J cap plus J cap. Then AZBX, J cap plus AZBY, K cross J, negative, minus I cap. Is that clear? Then do the rest part. After that, we can do this one is make the I cap coefficient 1, J cap coefficient 1, K cap coefficient 1. So I can write like this: I cap of what there is I cap. You see, here is one I cap, here is one I cap. So AY BZ minus AZ BY, because this is minus I cap. So I cap of this one. Then go for minus J cap. I will write like this: minus J cap, take minus J cap common. So this is equal to AX BZ. Why I am writing? I will tell you. AX BZ minus J cap. So it is minus means this will be minus of AZ BX. Because I take common what? Minus J cap. Plus, next plus K cap. Take K cap common. So X, if you take K cap common, X BY minus, what is K cap? Where is K cap? Another one, this one. Minus AY BX. Clear? So I got this A cross B is equal to this one. This is the A cross B in terms of rectangular component. In terms of rectangular components. Then this is very difficult to remember, to memorize. It is very difficult to memorize or to write. If I ask you, write A cross B means it is very difficult to memorize. It is also difficult for me to also memorize this thing. So to understand this, we use that indetermination, indeterminate form. Indeterminate form. And remember, indeterminate form means this we will discuss in your mathematics in due course of time. This we will discuss. If someone has idea about this one, then he can understand. Also, you remember that when you are writing A cross B, for us what is required I am telling, means I will write this as in a determinant form. How I will write? First row, this is called first row, column. This is called row, this is called column. So this row, first write I cap, J cap, K cap in the first row. Then what is the coefficient of A? That is the second row, because A cross B. So the coefficient of A are AX, AY, AZ. That can be written like this. Then B, write the coefficient of B in the third row, BX, BY, BZ. So now you are getting first row, second row, third row, first column, second column, third column. That is the writing A cross B. This is called as a determinant. By using these two parallel lines, this is called as the determinant form. So once you got this determinant, then this is equal to, remember always, this determinant is always equal, first part, I cap. When you take this I cap, leave that row, that column where I cap is there. Where this I cap is there, the row and column which linked with I cap, leave that. The rest you write. Means I will leave this line, row and this column. So what the rest is? Rest is AY and the rest is AY, AZ and BY, BZ, BY, BZ. Isn't it? This is the rest. Next part. When you go to the second term, second one. That should be, if it is first plus, it is plus, second one is written as minus. You can take this as a minus. So the sequence will be easier. So the second is a minus j cap. That is the rule. Then put the determinant. If you take this j cap, leave that row, this column. So j cap means this row is left. I j cap, this row is left. And this column, ay, by is left. So rest is what? ax, az, and bx, bz. Then after j cap minus, this is plus, minus, then when you write this one, you should put k, plus k cap. Then rest is what? Leave this row, this column. Rest is what? ax, ay, and bx, and by. Put the determinant. So after writing this determinant, how to multiply this one? Always remember, from left to right, first start from like this. This is the first. This can be written as multiplication of determinant like this. First to multiply these two, ay, bz, ay, bz. Then obviously there is a negative, minus this one, means multiply like this. So first one this, then second this, and this minus this, 1 minus 2. The sequence is always remember. From left, start from first to bottom, then next. Minus by az. Similarly, minus j cap. Now you tell me what this will be. Now you tell me what will this be. First I will multiply which one? From left to. So this one first I will multiply. Ax with bz. Ax with bz minus rest az bx or bx az. Next this one. Then tell me k cap. First this one ax by, next minus bx ay. Now you check, is this result match with this one? ay bz minus az by, or by az, both are same thing. Minus j cap ax bz minus az bx plus k cap ax by minus bx ay. So that's why I told that you write the sequence like plus, then this is minus. That's why I have taken this is minus j cap common, so that it is easy to remember. Always multiply like this. Clear? So students, we got this magnitude form. Then this is in a determinant form. Suppose I will ask you, what is the magnitude of this one? What is the magnitude of this one? In the same, what is the magnitude of a cross b in rectangular component form? What we will do? If I put the magnitude mode, then leave this item, coefficient square, it's square, then it's square. So obviously plus minus of this one, na? So this is minus of this square. So minus minus plus. So this is simply plus. Root over. This is the root over. I am doing the same. In the same, I am right. Instead of writing, I am doing the correction in the same one. So this is a cross b mode. So this is your a cross b mode. Square root of coefficient of I cap square plus coefficient of j cap square plus coefficient of k cap square. So this is the mode of a cross b. Okay. So students, we discussed about the cross product and its some of the properties. So try to memorize all these things, try to understand the things, and the most important thing, a cross b is not equal to b cross a, like, but a dot b is equal to b dot a. That is the basic difference, and while putting the dot and cross symbol, you should more cautious while putting the cross symbol. When you are doing the cross product, you should be more cautious, because that cross product gives you a vector, and if a vector is there, the cross product two vectors is a vector. If a vector is there, the vector has two things. One is the magnitude and the direction. But when we are doing a cross b, it is a scalar, so only magnitude. If there are so many things are coming, it is very difficult to watch. And if it is so small things or minimum number of things are there, it is easy. So scalars is very, it is easy for us to deal with scalars than the vectors. Okay. So go through this video. Thank you, students.